All right. All right. Good. We're back. We're back. Okay. It's going to take a minute for everybody to get here. Sorry about that. Hey. Okay. So Kel Storm is Kel. Ow, itch. Oh, got to do the bear. Oh. Oh. Oof. Hey. Okay. All right. We're back. Is Kel Storm here? Is Kel Storm here? Who did I just read for? And I hope that Booze Cruise. I hope that made sense. In a few minutes, I'll have to go for my massage. Okay, Kel Storm, you want some clarification on moving or house? What was the exact thing? I'm just going to say clarification on moving house. All right. Hey, Stephanie. Well, okay. Whoa. All right, so we're going to take the top card that turned up. And it says, Soul Family. Call in your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. Does that make any sense? Soul Family. Call in your soul tribe. You don't have to do it alone, whatever that means. Oh, oops. Oh, and I got a second card drop out. Your guidance is divinely guided. All right, Shell. Take care, sweetheart. Love you. Mwah. So, I'm doing really good. If anybody is an empath and wants me to send them a copy of these things that you really should, these things, or use some or all of these things, or in your own words, in ways to help clear and protect yourself, right? My card would say, Leanne, you are Butterfinger, stop breaking glass. No, your card says, Leanne, what is trying to get your attention? What are you not listening to? All right, it is time, because my hands hurt and I'll be getting off here soon. It can be great, but it can suck too. But there are ways you can protect yourself, right? Like, I am protected. Divine energy is all around me. It is safe to be who I really am. This isn't mine to feel. I give it back with love. I raise my vibration to align with my highest path and potential. These are all really important things you should be thinking about if you're an empath, or doing on a daily basis, like, in a meditation maybe. Good. Shields are Well, Stephanie, you should really learn to shield yourself. You don't see, everything we do is a choice. If you are feeling the weight of somebody else's negativity, then you're choosing to wear it like a hair shirt. So what you need to do is, instead of responding to the negative, you say, this is not my negativity, and I give it back with love. That's all. Because it's not yours, baby. That's the weight of somebody else's stuff. So you can choose not to carry it. It really is just a choice. Crystals help a lot too. Turquoise and amethyst and black onyx. That's what I put above my head was the amethyst, because it helps clear. Hey, Rosie Slade. Protection is paramount. Absolutely. And that's why just because you feel it doesn't mean you have to own it. Doesn't mean it's yours. Right? And you give yourself, because as empaths have a tendency to think, because we have this gift, we're supposed to feel everything. Well, yes, but you have to be able to feel it, walk through it, and let it go. Feel it, decide whether it's yours to feel or not, and then let it go. Let it pass. Right? This is the martyr attitude, that because I can feel everything, I should feel and carry everything, is not true. Right? We have to unblock that part of our thinking. I have 2 boys. Both my boys' birthstone is amethyst. I shield when I can feel bad entities. I can shield it. You can also ask those entities to leave, because they're in your space. This is what I'm talking about. We need to be more empowered. And I don't mean in a negative way. We need to be more empowered in the sense that, not my circus, not my monkeys. That may be just a sentence, but think about it. If it's not my circus, then why am I cleaning up the monkey poop? Right? You don't need to. So that part of what you think you may have to do is actually freed up. Yeah. Absolutely. And Autumn, if hi, under pressure. Hey, Paula, how's it going? So, I mean, these are anybody who's been with me for a while has seen the last 2 years of me cycling and cycling and cycling through familial drama after familial drama after life drama, without realizing that 90% of it was not mine to carry. Whoa! I felt like I dropped about 150 pounds. Not physically, but spiritually, mentally, and emotionally. I realize that just because someone has a negative opinion, I don't have to own it or interact with it. Remember, do not engage, because when you engage with someone who's being negative, you're exchanging energies. And if you want to keep your energy really clean as humanly possible, then you need to protect it by blocking the negative energies. Do not interact with the negative energies. I have on Friday, I had to journal after I got home from dropping Howard off at the coach, at the track, realizing, and I saw the rainbow. Did you see my rainbow on TikTok? I got besieged by negative energy on my way home. Why? Because I was in pain. And when you're in pain, Negative energy, it's a negative thing, and negative energy can actually flock to that, right? When you carry the negative, other negative energy will flock to that if you don't deal with it, right? Hey, Joe Serrano, how's it going, sweetheart? Doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. Yes, that's the definition of insanity. So I'm gonna confess here. As I was coming through Chelsea, now this was Canada Day, no, Friday, okay, and the weather's beautiful, and Chelsea's a little tourist town, kind of like Wakefield, only nicer. A little touristy town where they have lineups around the building for their ice cream shop, and there's a little park where people can go and sit in the sun, and there's an open cafe and all this stuff. And the traffic was so heavy on Friday. Big sigh. Oh, it's good. That's a good sigh, Gracie. That they had to have people in vests directing the traffic from the three-way stop and from the entrance to Meech Lake or and to the mountain road, or going towards the Notch Road. So I went through all of this, and then I followed Howie all the way out, and I came all the way back, and I'm pulling through Chelsea, and it's a friggin' nightmare. And across from the park is the ice cream shop, and there's a crosswalk. Now, remember, I used to suffer really bad from road rage, and I still struggle with it. But there's this young couple steps out into the middle. It steps out onto the crosswalk. They don't signal. They don't stop and look to see if anybody's coming. They just walk right out licking their ice creams at a snail's pace. And hers must have been running because she stopped in the middle of the crosswalk to lick it and then keep going. And I said, take your effing time. And her boyfriend shouted back and told me to F off. And I was driving, and I had cars behind me, so I couldn't actually stop and apologize. But I realized that I had allowed negative energy in. I hadn't dealt with it. And it flocked to me. Like the little devil comes in and goes, take your effing time. That's not who I am anymore. So all the way home, I did some not meditation, but all the way home, I worked through my feelings and what triggered me to feel that way. And then I went through it, and I let it go before I stepped on my property. Right? Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. The double rainbow was so wonderful. Hello, beautiful. Greetings to Papa and Gracie Magoo as well. Thank you. If they are endangering other people's lives, it becomes problematic. I get that, right? But you're talking to somebody who had severe road rage at one time. And to the point where when we had a mobile home in Arizona where we would fly out 2-3 times a year to go and stay in Arizona, Howie would not let me drive. It took like 3 trips before he would trust me to go to Walmart on my own. Right? And I'd say, why? He said, Bev, you've got road rage. And I said, and he goes, people here carry guns, Bev. And I went, he said, you just can't flip people off, right? So, I mean, that's when I started to realize that it was problematic. It was really problematic, right? So cinnamon and spearmint help with road rage, according to a study I read. Really? Well, you know what also works? Owning it. Owning it's a problem and working through the problem. Because what should I have been doing when they were walking across the crosswalk? I should have been enjoying their moment. I should have been sitting there waiting for them to cross, noticing a young couple in love, enjoying the sunshine and ice cream while they walk towards a park. That's what I should have focused on, right? That would have filled my soul with more light. Instead, I chose to give away some of my light and let negativity in. That's how it works. It's always an exchange. I just take the back roads. I don't run in. I'm not a people person. Trust me, right? I am not a people person. Why do you think I'm on the internet? Right? Because it gets people. Let's put it this way. We're at Beavermead Park, right? And as much as I loved visiting all my family and not having to cook for a week or anything like that, it was still too people-y. I had to get home because here I live in veritable seclusion. Nobody comes in my house or comes in my driveway unless it's to deliver mail, right? Bev, flipping people off is the national sports in the US. Just joking. Well, I mean, but if you honestly look at yourself and how the millions and millions of ways we have been programmed to be negative, laughing at flipping people off, right? Laughing at the Karens of the world, right? We're just encouraging it. That's the wrong kind of energy we want to draw. Peopling is exhausting. I know, Stephanie. I know. But seriously, if you think of every emotion you have or every interaction you have with another human being, whether it's on the phone or in an email or on Facebook or on TikTok, every emotion that you have in an interaction with another human being is a choice, whether to be positive or negative. And I'm not talking about pretending everything's okay. I'm talking about realizing that every time you exchange energy with a person, it is your choice of whether you want to let the darkness in or you want to shine. Fresh ice cream. I'm with you on not too many peeps at a time. Right. Well, I mean, like Briar, right? Briar has social anxiety. That's, he has social anxiety. And it actually is worse in family, in large family functions like corn roasts and weddings and pig roasts. Why? Because because family is actually more apt to look at you in a way where they think they know you, so therefore they can judge you. Whereas total strangers, who cares? Right? Total strangers, who cares? But family, there's always expectations on your behavior and your feelings. Guess what? That also is a choice. I got Jollibee for lunch and dinner. What's Jollibee? Yes, social anxiety. It can be very crippling. Yes. It's like there's nothing worse than having social anxiety at a family function and your best friend or your favorite cousin or used to be favorite cousin tells you to check that shit at the door. As if it's a choice. Right? Flipping people off, national pastime in the US, probably also here in Mexico. Whether you honk your car horn or mention somebody's mom, you do so to this tune. Two. You mean da 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 da. Hey, Mr. Bucky, how's it going? Was for me too. What was for you too? So, I mean, yeah, exactly. That's the worst thing to say to anyone with anxiety and only makes us feel worse because we can't control it. And it doesn't just make you feel worse. It makes you feel totally fucking alone. Why? Because the one person, a family member that you would expect that you think about it this way. All right. Say I have social crippling anxiety and I have to go to a family wedding. And someone tells me, someone I love and care about and grew up with tells me to check that shit at the door. That means that person neither wants to or gives a shit about really understanding you. That person just said that you don't matter. That makes you feel really alone, because if that one person who you've always thought, because you've opened yourself up to that person that you could trust with your feelings, and they slam the door in your face. And if that person is somebody that you love and care about, what's the rest of the fucking crowd going to do? How are they going to think about me? Right? It just shuts you right down. And it's totally uncalled for. Absolutely. I'm so glad I caught this live. I really needed this fellowship. Thank you. Well, you're more than welcome, Stephanie. More than welcome. This is the whole thing about making it safe to be who you really are. It all starts with the concept of understanding that every human exchange is an exchange of personal energy. And if somebody's being negative, you have the right to say, I choose not to be in this negative spot. Or you have the right to say, no, and walk away. Or no, this is not healthy, and walk away. You don't even have to say it, right? Excuse me, my chair is not working. It's not. I'm on my old desk chair because my brand new desk chair broke out from under me. We are all family here, thanks to you, Bev. Not thanks to me. I didn't do nothing. I'm just here. Right? But what I'm really, really feel fortunate is that, I've still got, an internet family who comes forward to love and support. Sometimes not, right? This is one of the hardest things I've had to learn. Is toxic. Toxicity is coming from. Toxic is toxic. Do you want that toxin in you? Do you want that toxin flooding your light and clouding everything you think and feel? Toxic is toxic. Doesn't matter if it's blood or not. Just saying. Well, I phoned. I'm glad I'm late, but I'm glad I caught this. Well, I mean, this obviously is a better stream than the first one. So yeah, absolutely, Paula. I think we have a wonderful internet family. Jollibee, the Filipino equivalent of KFC. Oh, In-N-Out or Jack's. Just watching videos of their yummy products is so enticing. You should smell my supper right now. The cabbage and the potato and the whole sweet onion and the actually Howie should be home soon. And the whole pickled cottage roll. Oh, it's like having a roast beef dinner without the bull crap. It's all in the crock pot, right? Hey, Marians, how's it going, sweetheart? So if, and I don't want to be, the, what do you call it? Romper room lady. But what have we learned today? Right? In our exchanges, what have we learned today? Every energy, every time you engage with another human being on the internet, on paper, on the phone, or in person, it's an exchange of energies. which means if they're giving you negative, then they're trying to steal your positive. And there is no, life doesn't happen, and neither does spirituality, doesn't happen in a vacuum. So if you give them or allow them to take some of your light, the void will be filled with the darkness, right? So I'm not saying don't engage, right? You know, everybody deserves a chance. If someone says, you're just a crazy MF and blah, 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 and I go, oh, I'm sorry you feel that way. And if they continue to barrage you with negativity, you go, sorry, that's your feelings, not mine, and I cannot engage with this because you're going to let that in. It's an exchange. It's always an exchange. I wish I could take you over to the cottage roll and show you, but we are streaming from my webcam because I am so close. I think I need 500 more watch hours to hit the 4,000 watch hour mark, and then I can verify my channel. So then we'll be there. But we're almost there, folks. We're almost there. So I'm going to have a puff, and I'm going to give everybody an opportunity to head out before we do our spiritual exchange, right? So our spiritual, and in this case, we are not exchanging light. We are drawing upon the light of our higher power, our faith, whoever your faith is. We celebrate similarities here, not differences. And we don't point fingers with differences. So for all those who care to, who do not want to stay for the spiritual push of light, because it really is a choice, and I don't want to force it on anybody who doesn't want to be here. We'll give you guys a few moments to say your goodbyes and take care. God bless. No judgment, no harm, no foul. This is only for the people who want to share some light with the rest of the world. Wow, nobody's left. That's weird. That's unusual. Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay. Now, if you're not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe, like, comment. This channel is starting from scratch. I cannot use my power of Our Half Acre Homestead and Reading with Beverly Wolfe and Cooking with Cannabis to get this channel started, because it's a totally different email address that it's connected to. Love and light. Oh, thank you, Cal. It's cool enough that I have my fan turned around. Oh my goodness, I got to share with you before we do our blessing. When Howie was driving me home, after, like, we dropped the coach off and then we came home on Thursday, we pulled in to get gas, which $60 just went this weekend. Pulled in to get gas, and because I wasn't driving, I had some medication, and I took a real lungful, and I'm coughing. And this guy who just filled up his van, bike, motorcycle, whatever, but he looked like a dude, right? Dude, sunglasses, shoes don't match, beach shorts, tie-dye, the whole 9 yards. So he was just walking from his car when I started coughing, and he turned around and said, dude, you gonna live? And I said, it's okay. It's not the COVID. It's just the cannabis. And he went, right on. So, but I kind of made his day. So, all right. For all those who care to, please help me close with our bubble, our push, our umbrella of light that we want to share with the world. Because not everybody understands that there is light to be had and they're still struggling. So you and I have uplifted each other today. Let's uplift those who need it the most now. All right. Let's take a nice deep breath. And remember, this is not a religious thing. You use your faith, I'll use mine. Okay. And it'll all be good, right? Oh, great spirit, source of all. Hey, God, how's it going? We've had a really wonderful visit today, God, and we've really fed each other light and love, and we're feeling really strong and hopeful going forward. But there's a lot of people out there, God, that are facing challenges in health and family and finances and anxiety and fear of the world, of what is happening. And we all know something's happening, God, but not everybody knows just what. So we ask that you fuel our light. We will link hearts and link hands, and may your light of love pour down through us and out our arms, so that we complete a beautiful circle of light. And as it revs and builds and builds and builds and builds and builds until we have so much light we can't contain it, poof, we push it out to the world. And it becomes like a big, beautiful, iridescent soap bubble that will bounce off negative. And that will give shelter to those who are having a hard time focusing their own light. And it pushes back the darkness. May we all walk forward in light, peace, love, harmony, and positive energy exchanges. Amen. Namaste. Shalom. Miigwech. Merry meet, merry part. Blessed be. Peace be with you. Whatever it is that you say, let it be said with love. Take care. God bless. I'll see you guys on Thursday. Love y'all.